The Cabinet Committee on Security has now cleared around 7,000 crore rupees deal to acquire advanced stored artillery gun systems for the army in a major boost for defense equipment manufacturing within the country. The deal is for 307 howitzers, which have a strike range up to 45 to 48 kilometers, and 327 gun towing vehicles to arm 15 artillery regiments of the army. Designed and developed by DRDO, the 155 mm 52 caliber ATAGS will be produced by Bharat Forge and Tata Advanced Systems. Bharat Forge will manufacture 60% of the guns after it emerged as the L1, the lowest bidder, while Tata will produce the remaining 40% of it. My colleague Sandeep Punithan is joining us live on the broadcast. Sandeep, certainly a very big development coming in. Please walk us through the features of the new additions.
Well, Sakshi, this contract that is going to be placed on two private sector companies, which is the Tatas and Bharat Forge, it is the single largest order for any indigenous defense platform. It's over 7,000 crores. It is a very big order. It's one of the most significant such defense orders since independence. The significance of this cannot be understated. And it is a very big boost for indigenous firepower. The ATAGS, as you just mentioned, is an indigenously designed artillery system. It is designed by the DRDO. It stands for the Advanced Towed Array Gun System. It can fire out to more than 40 kilometers. Now, this is a very significant capability boost because the existing 155 mm howitzers that we have, the Bofors guns, which are the mainstay of India's artillery, were purchased in 1986. And they literally helped turn the tide during the Kargil War of 1999. Despite the controversy and all of that, the gun was an extremely effective firepower producing platform. It is being used in very large numbers, very successfully by the Indian Army. Over 1,800 guns were bought in 1986. The ATAGS is the next level of this gun. It now has a range of almost 40 kilometers because of this larger caliber. The Bofors guns were of a 155 by 39 caliber. The ATAGS is a 155 by 52 caliber. It has a larger capacity to fire shells at a longer range of 40 kilometers. It's 20 to 30% longer range firepower than the Bofors gun. So this is a huge, huge capability boost, not just for the Indian Army's artillery regiments, but also for the private sector defense manufacturing. You can say that with this order, Indian private sector manufacturing has come of age. And finally, the big picture, Sakshi, is that literally years after India has been so dependent on foreign defense suppliers for critical components of its firepower, that is artillery, it is now finally, you can say that India has become Atmanirbhar in artillery. It's not only designing and developing these systems, but indeed exporting them as well, because the ATAGS, the first export customer of the ATAGS was Armenia. A couple of years back, several of these gun systems were sold to Armenia. So you can say that India has now finally got more howitzers than Armenia, more ATAGS howitzers than Armenia. Sakshi.
Absolutely. Sandeep, thank you so much for walking us through all the advancements that this particular machinery is going to have, but also help us understand, how advanced are these from the others in the market, and how far have we come in case we are competing, with the rivals in this particular race. How far have we come so far?
Well, it's a completely new boost to our capabilities in the sense that not only by range, I just mentioned the fact that it is completely indigenously designed and developed, which means that you don't need to rely on any foreign suppliers for any of these components, except a very few number of components which are imported from the United States. The rest of the gun is entirely made in India. We are completely self-sufficient in building all of this, and it's a major boost in range. The range is substantially more than the existing Bofors guns. So it's a huge, huge boost for India's firepower. Whichever way you look at it, the ATAGS is a game changer for the private sector, for indigenous artillery manufacture, for the Indian Army's firepower capability accretion, and also the fact that it allows us to now build our own artillery. This can be the building block for a whole new range of artillery gun systems. You can have multiple versions of this. In fact, Bharat Forge, which is got 60% of this contract, more than the contract. The overall contract is for 300 guns. It's going to be divided between Bharat Forge and Tata Advanced Systems. This will allow us to now manufacture different variants of this. And Bharat Forge, for instance, in Pune has completely indigenized its gun line. Using the kind of technology transfers, it has now produced a whole range of these howitzers. It's able to produce them on trucks. It's able to produce these howitzers on tracked platforms, that's like tanks. So literally 4 or 5 versions of the same guns, equipped for different platforms. So that is the key thing that the ATAGS brings to the table. The fact that after several decades of being reliant on imported guns, like the Bofors guns in 1986, today in 2025, that is almost 4 decades later, you can say that India has completely indigenized all its firepower requirements, all its howitzer requirements. There is no need for us to go to any foreign manufacturer or any foreign supplier for our guns. We can say that very proudly that we are Atmanirbhar today when it comes to howitzers.